world, back at it once again. Instant Classic 8. Here to start something a little fresh, something new. I know we like to do this all the time and we don't follow up with it, but this is something I really want to do, something I want to give to you guys. Because a lot of you guys, you want to know my feelings on each and every show, which I can't do that, but this is something that I thought of. Actually, I want to give credit where credit is due. My good friend Mark, who I know better on Twitter as Pod Johnny Ringo, you can follow his link down at the bottom. He does this thing every Monday night where he does a podcast, 5 minutes, and pretty much reviews his thoughts on Monday Night Raw. And I thought that was a really good idea and kind of wanted to steal it from him, but I know that I won't be able to do the 5-minute gimmick. I'll probably see myself going over at times. So my thing was I want to take the top 3 things from Raw and just tell you how I feel about them. Like I said, hopefully I can keep this up. We'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and get started. Tonight's Raw overall, I thought it was a good show. You know, it wasn't the best thing in the world, but I think these top 3 things definitely help make it seem like a really important show, which it was. Took place in Boston. Let's go ahead and start off at the top. Number 1, the best match of the night, obviously. Top of the hour, which was Sheamus and CM Punk versus Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan. This was actually a match I was hoping that they booked at the start of the show. I know, Teddy Long was the guest GM or the GM of Monday Night Raw tonight, and I was hoping, because he's big on tag matches, I was hoping he'd make this match, and sure enough, he definitely made that. So I was happy to see that. As far as the match was really, really a lot of fun. It started off a little slow, but I mean, with all these guys, you know how the matches go. But it pretty much ended, they were going balls to the wall, just flying all over the place, and just really good stuff, man, between these 4 guys. The ending came with CM Punk trying to get a roll-up on Chris Jericho, but Chris Jericho actually reversed it. He ended up getting a roll-up for CM Punk, got the pin. Big momentum boost for Jericho. We'll see how things go. The interaction between these 2 guys tonight, Jericho and Punk, that is, in the ring, really good stuff. I mean, if they can do this over a span of, 20, 25 minutes maybe for the WrestleMania match, I definitely see this thing being an amazing match. I hope it doesn't get the whole thing where, Edge and Chris Jericho back from 2010, we thought it was going to be an amazing match, and it just turned out to be, it was a really good match, but it didn't live up to the potential that it did. I'm hoping that Punk and Jericho don't do the same thing. I'm hoping they actually go out there and deliver an amazing match to go out there and steal the show, because I think they really can. After seeing tonight, I really want to see more of these 2 guys wrestle together. The second biggest thing coming out from tonight, Shawn Michaels is the guest referee of the Triple H and Undertaker Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania. Long story short, Shawn Michaels, this is like, last year I told you who was going to win the match, and I was right. This year, I know who's going to win the match, and again, I'll be right. He goes to leave the ring, comes back and says, I know who's going to win the match, and I know I'm going to be right, because at WrestleMania, I'm going to be the guest referee for your match. So that's something that's going to be really big. It puts a lot more emotion into this match. Everyone knows how Shawn Michaels can deliver. I mean, he's the best performer, at least in my opinion, of all time. Just different things. Will Shawn Michaels call it down the middle? Will he try to screw Undertaker so he can get his buddy, his best friend, the win over him? This is a lot of elements going into this match now that Shawn Michaels is the guest referee. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. The biggest thing about the show, my number 3 topic, which was, the show was built up all around these 2 guys, which was Rock and Cena, the confrontation between the 2. Throughout the show, they had promos between the 2 guys, more about the Rock. Rock was going all over Boston, just different, sites and monuments and everything, just basically talking crap about Cena. But some of the stuff was fun, but I feel there's too much comedy going on in this feud. And that's funny, saying that because it's The Rock. The Rock has been funny for his whole life. But I just feel there's way too much comedy going on, at least on The Rock's side, honestly. Cena delivered a great promo. It was like a little empty arena thing. He was sitting in the stands and just basically talking about the match and, and everything, just trying to build it up. I thought he did a great job. Comes out at the end of the show and was saying, The Rock that we've been seeing tonight, that's who I want to see. Dwayne Johnson, that's the guy I want to see. And he was like, out of all the people in the world, I'm the one guy who got The Rock shook as he did last week. I got The Rock stumbling over his words. He was just completely shook, and it was because of me. And that brings The Rock out. Rock said, you know, forget all the gimmicks, forget all the movies, everything. I'm gonna make you my bitch at WrestleMania. This causes Cena to try to get back at The Rock, kind of punking him, saying, "Oh, I have my promos written on my wrist." Basically, just saying, you know, no matter if you win or lose, Rock, you're gonna go home at the end of the day. You're gonna make good movies. You're gonna be good to go. With me, this is all I got. If I don't win this match, I lose everything, which is not true. But it's a good way to build up the feud. And then at the end of the show, he was celebrating with his family. I just thought this was a tremendous way to build up the feud. It got a lot more serious at the end, which it should be. It shouldn't be too much comedy going on. There should be some serious time. We only have, what, 3 more Raws, I think, until WrestleMania. So it's time to get in gear. I mean, the match doesn't need to be built up. It's John Cena versus The Rock. I mean, come on. But still, I mean, you want people excited for this match, excited for the show, and I think tonight was actually a good way, at least on that side, for people to get excited for it. I cannot wait to see this match. I can't wait to be at WrestleMania. But let me know what you think about Monday Night Raw. I thought it was a decent show. Some good stuff between those 3 things, but everything else, it was okay. Let me know what you think. Until then, I am Mr. Classic 8. Peace.